Hello friends, welcome to this edition of Monthly Viewpoints and Fixed Income Outlook for the month of March 2020. We have been joined by our fund manager Mr. Kaustubh Gupta. Hi Kaustubh.
Hello Nayan.
Kaustubh, to start with, the big question that is there everybody's mind. Of late we have seen a lot of volatility in the markets, and the reason prima facie being the coronavirus or the COVID-19.
Yes.
I'm sure you would be tracking a lot of stuff at your end. Would you like to share a quick update and brief us about it?
So it's like an unknown event which has hit the world markets at large. Whatever the experience that we have in last 2 months from the various countries where it has been detected, it looks like the best way to deal with for now is to quarantine the people who are having affected with this virus. Now, of course, medication maybe are few months away and vaccines may be few years away. So best way to deal is with whatever is the antibiotic or virus which is available, but the immunity is the first line of defense which is there. From an economic impact perspective, because the best way for now is to quarantine the people, it restricts the socializing of the communities, and which have a very large magnified impact on the economic activities for any country or any society where it is having. We saw the same in China, first 2 provinces which were quarantined. The resultant is that all the high frequency indicators which have come out of the China in month of Jan and Feb, it gives a view that the economic activity has collapsed unprecedentedly. Good news is that for now it looks like things in China are getting contained, but bad news is that it has already traveled to lot many other countries, and which is what I would say that policymakers are still trying to figure out how large the economic impact could be. G7 countries, they have come out with a coordinated statement, and Fed has cut preemptively by 50 basis points, which is out of turn. Their out of turn itself indicates that it's a very big impact, or it is likely to have a very big impact, and it's a very big event for the economic activity. Locally, thankfully in India, at least on headline numbers, it is still in a very early stage, but one need to be very cautious and in socializing, and precaution seems to the way. In toto, given that Indian economic activity was already very weak in last 3.5 years, and we were just hoping that there would be some green shoots in the economy from a recovery perspective, this will take its heads on. Thus, we expect that even locally the economic activity will take a big hit on account of coronavirus, and resultantly we think that both fiscal and monetary measures will be introduced at some point of time to counter the new risk which is which we are dealing with.
So you rightly mentioned Kaustubh. So China being the largest, one of the largest economies, already we have seen the impact that's been there. When you talk about the spread of this virus, it's I think already touched more than 84 countries now. Yes. And in that backdrop, we already saw the big federal banks already cutting down the rates. So when you talk about the RBI also acting in taking up measures, it has already delivered a couple of statements already in the past week. Yes. So do you think RBI will also be promptly acting in the similar fashion like the Fed has cut the rates, or will it wait for the while to the policy is coming up in April? Or there will be some impromptu action?
So look, it depends on at what scale it is spreading in the India. If it is at a very inception stage or it's well quarantined, then probably they may need not come with a out of turn or out of policy any kind of action. But for sure, because the economic activity locally was weak and now global, which was doing reasonably okay, has taken a big hit, it looks like a done case that RBI will ease monetary policy conditions. Of course, we expect that RBI either before or in run up to the policy, they will cut rate once in April. The question is on the quantum of cuts, whether it's a 25 or 50 basis point. As we speak, markets are already factoring about 50 to 75 basis point on swaps curve. which are non-funded curve. As far as funded curves are concerned, as of now they have not moved much, barring 10-15 basis points. But as RBI cut rates, I think even the funding curves will also start inching down.
So just to add on that, I mean, the question was, will RBI only be looking at cutting the rates, or will it try?
No, they will use. So they will use all kind of options which are available on the table. Of course, the base case could be that what they have announced in last monetary policy is LTROs. Yep. They may increase the quantum of LTROs or the duration of LTROs. They may cut CRR to make systems abundantly more liquid. They may cut rates, they may introduce some refinance facilities. So it's whatever it takes. If your central banker is determined for the stability in monetary conditions, they need to do whatever it takes kind of scenario to make sure the system remains stable.
So any further estimate basis this backdrop, on the going forward on growth or inflation that you would like to share?
So at the start of the year, we were thinking that this year will grow more like 5.5 to 5.75. We think that there is clearly 50 basis point of risk as of now as we speak. Although we need to see how the data is evolving in India in terms of the impact and the widespreadness of this virus. But we could say that purely on the global impact and local impact, as we speak, we could see easing in those targets by 50 basis point minimum. As far as inflation is concerned, as we speak, food inflation has already cooled down quite substantially from the highs that they have made in month of Jan. Given that summers are expected to be warmer and monsoons are expected to be normal, we think the food inflation will cool down quite a lot. Because the commodity prices have collapsed, as we speak, crude is trading somewhere around 50, and last year average was about 60 to 63, which means that even the energy prices inflation in this country, if crude remains in this range of 50 to 60 for next 6-12 months, are likely to be very muted. And because of the meager demand conditions, even the core inflation won't be an issue. Nutshell, what I can say is that tentatively we expect that even the inflation numbers looks like they are set to be revised by 50 to 75 basis points over next 12 months than what was projected at the start of the calendar year.
So, Kaustav, with all this volatility and the backdrop in terms of the estimates, how have you rebalanced your portfolios currently?
Yeah, so it looks like this being kind of an unknown event, it makes sense to stick to sovereign and AAA PSU corporate bonds only. At margin, it's bad for credits or the credit spreads. So across our portfolio, we have increased duration. We have increased duration largely through AAAs or PSU papers and sovereign papers. And we expect, or rather we think that till the time we have much more clarity on the economic event, we think that it's more prudent to run from the long duration through these sovereign and AAA corporate bonds only.
So any specific strategies that you would like to suggest to the investors?
So given the risk reward, I think it makes sense to increase duration for the investors. Of course, liquid fund rates are now, because the markets are anticipating 25 to 50 basis point of rate cut in next policy, it makes sense for investors to again switch to longer duration products. Thus, I will say that investors who doesn't want to expose themselves to a large duration, they should move to ultra short term and low duration funds and money market funds. And with a medium appetite, they should move to corporate bond funds and banking and PSU funds. Even the income funds, where we have been running like a 10-year corporate bond strategies, they look very reasonable place because the exposure is to only AAA corporate bonds. So as I told you that the funding curves, they are down by just 15 to 20 basis point as compared to the swap curve, which is about 40 to 50 basis points in last 15 days. It makes sense that you stick to these enhanced duration product. On a risk adjusted basis, I would say that corporate bond fund and banking PSU funds, they are best placed as we speak now.
Kaustav, I think that was quite brief. Really appreciate. Thanks for your time, and I hope our viewers have found this very insightful.
Thank you.
Keep watching this space in coming months for more details. Thank you. Thanks, Kaustav.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.